Hi, I'm Matthew.
I'm Jem.
And I'm not Rob Taylor, I'm Michael Gapper. Unfortunately, Rob Taylor, who reviewed the game for us, has departed for sunny Dubai. So he's not here to tell you his impressions from the review, but at this point we've all been able to crack into the game, just as you have no doubt, and we're all liking it a great deal.
Well, Rob's the only one who actually completed the game, but we've all actually had some hands-on time with it.
We're all soldiering on.
And will be for quite a while.
Well, maybe and maybe not. You know, if you really want to race to the end of the game, certainly I can see the route to the end of the game quite easily from this point. There is a very, very clear route which would take me to the end in, according to Rob, a good 9 hours. But that's not the way I'm playing. I'm playing with all of the different side quests, raiding all the supermarkets, collecting all of the best gear, because you really do want to do that if you're going to play the game. That's definitely the way to play.
See, that is the opposite problem to me, in that I'm very rarely actually get involved in the actual completing the game. I just enjoy exploring, especially when you've got a world like this.
I think if you play Fallout or indeed Oblivion with an aim just to do the main quest, you don't really understand what those games are about. The games aren't about their depth, it's about their breadth, if that makes sense. You don't want to progress through the main story too quickly because you'll be missing out on so much. And it's something that Rob touched upon in his review, that you might save quite a lot of stuff, quite a lot of the exploration until just before you finish the main quest.
Save it to the end, because then you'll have the fun equipment to play with, the really cool gadgets, the really cool machines.
I mean, the first time you step out of the vault, it really is just a world open for opportunity.
And it's worth saying it really is this smooth, which, as you'll notice, is a lot smoother than Oblivion. You're running off of the 360's hard drive, it's going to be even smoother, which you'll be able to do with the new dashboard. Just install it straight to the drive. It's technically a huge cut above Oblivion, but at the same time, it's not as colourful as Oblivion. It's not as big as Oblivion either.
It's a completely different genre. That's the main thing, isn't it? You're not going to get people with faces like cats wandering around.
It's a bit of a shame, really. I mean, I was hoping for some great mutations after after all the nuclear bombs went off. But I mean, as soon as you step out, really, there's a very, like Mike says, there's a very clear way to go. Usually you'd go straight to Megaton, which is something we end up doing at the end of this video. But if you don't want to do that, I mean, the world is open to you to do whatever you want, and it really pays just to play it through and not be shackled by any quest. You shouldn't feel like you should have to go here if you're told to. The way to experience the game is just doing whatever the hell you want, and that's how you'll get the most out of Fallout 3.
But at the same time, there's a real absence of some of the really cool Oblivion things to do. Like in Oblivion, one of the best things would be to go and do the guild quests,
especially
the Fighters
the Dark
Guild
Brotherhood.
quest, the Dark Brotherhood in particular, and the Thieves Guild were just amazing fun. And there's no equivalent in Fallout 3, which is to me is absurd omission. I mean, that would bolster the game so much, give you such a huge chunk of the game.
One thing that Fallout did have in comparison to Oblivion for me, though, is that the thing about Oblivion is that it's fantasy, and there's something very recognisable about that. You go out into that world and you know the rules of fantasy. This, because it's such a different world, it's sci-fi, basically. It's futuristic. I never had such a feeling of learning about it and learning about a new world.